I'll tell you the real story, what happened 2 weeks ago in Hockey Night in Canada. I found out at 11:30 that morning that I was going to be replacing Harry Neale on Saturday night. 2 million people watching. Now, they gave me a choice. They said, Cass, if you're not ready for this opportunity, we completely understand. It won't affect your status with our crew. I was a sideline reporter. That's what I signed up to do. 7 hours before the game, I found out that I was going to be doing the color. Now, it happened to be my hometown Calgary Flames and my hometown Toronto Maple Leafs, the two teams I know best. However, working with the legendary Bob Cole, how scary was that? As a woman, how scary was that? The first ever to do something like that in Canada. But it wasn't about that for me. It was about conquering a fear that I could do it. I've done it in women's hockey. I know what I'm doing. So we're given choices in our life all the time. And you can either come out of your comfort zone and fulfill those choices, or you can just sit on your chair and stay where you are. We're a crazy group of women. Honestly, we really are. And we travel from coast to coast, taking a little piece of this country with us to the Olympic Games, from Victoria to Newfoundland. But we have fun. 50 years from now, it's not going to be about the Olympic medals we won together. It's going to be the great stories on the bus rides and the plane rides and the stories in the dressing room. Those are the things we're going to talk about. Those are the fun times. And when you have fun with your fellow employees or your fellow teammates, you learn to trust each other. And when you trust each other, you are going to perform for each other and perform for the plan. So getting to know your fellow CMAs outside of the workforce, getting to know what they're really like as human beings. And that's what separated our team from the rest. We weren't all best friends, but we all trusted each other because we knew each other. So it's so important in this busy, busy lifestyle to have lots of fun. Believing in being a contribution, and I'm almost done because I know I got a time limit here. Believing and being a contribution. A great sports psychologist said this to me one time when I was going through a scoring slump. Big deal. But that's what hockey players think about, is points, is scoring. And he said, Cass, you may be not scoring right now, but you're the first on the back check. You're playing on every line the coach is asking you to. You're setting up your teammates. You're the first in on the forecheck. You see, we all want this sexy job. We all want to be the president. But unfortunately, reality is reality, and that's not what's going to happen. So making sure that you believe every single day you show up to work, you're going to make a contribution somehow. Somehow you are going to contribute every day. And somehow you are going to let your teammates know that they're being a contribution. And I'll tell you a story about our defensemen. We only took 5 to the Olympic Games. Not one of them saw a minute of power play time throughout the entire year. They were role players, great role players, the foundation of our team. But I knew that they didn't feel that way. And I had a teammate come up to me and say the same thing. So we made them T-shirts. I got them for free. We made them T-shirts. It was a little thing that made a big difference. And on the front of the T-shirt was the Hockey Canada logo. On the heart side of their chest, it was something personal. For example, one of our teammates had a 1.5-year-old son, so we put 1.5. And on the other side, we put rock, because they were the rock of our team. And on the sleeve, we put a picture of a house, because they're the protector of our house, our defensemen. And on the other sleeve, we put Country Roads by John Denver, because when we put that song on in the dressing room, in unison, our defensemen danced. It was crazy. It was like they rehearsed it. It was the dance version, by the way, of Country Roads, John Denver. On the back, it was their numbers and their names. It was a T-shirt. But we wanted to show how much we as forwards and the goaltenders appreciated them. Let them know that they're a huge difference to our team. So believe you're a contribution and never underappreciate the person working beside you. And that is what will make a difference.